All right. Sorry. You're taking a picture.
Thank
All right, guys. You're all blessed because we have a guest commentator here. We have um, Sharik Saeed. Did I say that right?
you. Yeah, sure excited.
Okay. Sharik Saeed. That's good.
That's close.
So he's a star of the Lindenwood Lions. And if you guys watch any of the Durban Cups, whatever that Big Truck puts on between Lindenwood University and Mike Durbin's team, I'm sure you would have seen him play.
All right, thanks for having me, John. I
Ah,
appreciate it.
no problem. Thanks for stopping by. It's always nice to have another voice. I'm sure they're tired of hearing me drone on and on about stuff.
Oh, pool is so fun. I mean, it never gets boring.
Yeah, there's a lot going on for sure.
So,
All right, so today we have our first boys match. We have Dakota versus Austin. I don't know who's who though.
um, right now Dakota's on the table, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure Dakota's on the table right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this will be Dakota here,
Mhm.
who's kind of firing away.
Oh yeah.
Was this part of the? Do you know if these kids came up from
Um,
Poplar Bluff? I know that Mikey brought a number of kids up.
yep. I think Austin was here actually last week with or 2 weeks ago with Skylar. So I think he's from around Kentucky, I guess.
Oh my,
Yeah.
okay. Because yeah, this.
Yeah. He's a pretty good player. I mean, for such a young age.
Yeah, holy cow.
He's
Yeah,
super
I was
confident.
watching a little bit of his match on the other table, and he was just running out from everywhere. I mean, this
Yeah.
you better watch out. He's coming after you next.
I know. I mean, I was telling Mike earlier when I saw him play, I was like, hey, this is the next Skylar.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's no joke. That kid plays good. All right.
less than 30 seconds, the back's over.
Yeah. So Austin takes the first rack.
Mhm.
It is alternating break, so it is Dakota will be breaking the next rack.
So, yeah, you can tell that these kids love pool so much. It's good to see, that many people at the university.
Hmm. Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's.
Mhm.
I know we had a couple of girls here from Iowa. I mean, people are driving from all over. We had last week we had a kid from Oklahoma City came in,
Wow.
and I know last year we had another guy drive up from. Where was he from? I think he was from Tulsa or something.
That's a long drive. It's about 7 hours.
Yeah, I mean, people are they're driving quite a bit to get to these local qualifiers, which is excellent.
Yes,
Um,
it is.
I wish we had more St. Louis representation. I think everyone here is not from St. Louis,
Yeah.
but and just the fact that we got the kids is a good start.
Right. This is exactly what the sport needs, I think.
Yeah,
We need a lot of young talent.
yeah.
'Cause
Whoops,
oh,
that's a little
got a
oof.
little quick on his stroke there.
Yeah, a little quick. Okay, now, so this is interesting. I only just learned this. In the previous match, the girl actually tapped it during her pre-stroke,
Right.
and so it did. The break did not transfer because the cue ball had not passed the head
Head
string.
string. Yep.
So this time the break did transfer.
Yes.
Gee whiz, that kid's got a break.
Yeah.
So yeah, the break transfers a cue ball past the head string on a miscue, which I didn't know. I didn't know
Mhm.
that little detail.
Right. And actually, there's a new rule which I just read for world ranking events.
Hmm.
Like for 9 ball, from now on, the 9 is not gonna be on. The 1 is not gonna be on the spot. Instead, the 9 is gonna be on the spot. Plus, you have to have 3 balls cross the head string after the break. If not, it's an illegal break.
Right.
So that's the new world ranking event rules. So if you go to like China Open or Japan Open, that's what you're gonna play.
You got to play that way.
Yep.
That's nice. And they used to do that with the Moscone Cup, and I
Mhm.
thought that was fair.
Right.
I mean, a lot of times when the break transferred because three balls didn't pass the head string and didn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the breaker
Yep.
still ended up okay because it was such a messy.
Right. And for 10 ball, um, whether you make the if you make a play a combination on the 10, it will spot back up because it has to be the last ball to be made, no matter what.
Oh,
So
really?
that's the new rules.
Wow.
It makes it interesting.
That's going to make it very interesting going
Yep.
forward. No early racks on 10
Yep.
ball in the world ranking events.
Yep.
That's neat, though.
Mhm.
That's really, this is not going to get a rail, I don't
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
Um, he's a little upset. But,
Yeah. Well, he's young. He'll get over
mhm.
it.
Yeah, he's having fun. I'm sure he is.
Yeah.
But this kid plays fast.
Yeah, holy cow. He plays faster than Skylar, for sure.
Yeah. And Skylar's pretty fast as it is.
Yeah, I think Mark might have slowed him down a little bit, but he's still fast.
Yes.
Yeah, he didn't waste any time.
Mhm.
You know, the first time I saw Skylar was only a couple of years ago out in Kansas City and during that Shooters Lathe tournament.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, who's this kid? He just ran out from everywhere in the bar box. I mean,
Yeah.
he's running people over. I'm like, what is going on?
Mhm.
And 2 years later, he's playing in the Moscone Cup and did an
Yeah.
outstanding job.
Uh, yes, he's playing very well. In fact, when he was here last week, I was talking to him, and I asked him, how many tournaments have you won so far this year? And he's like, and I asked him, like, 5 out of 6? He's like, no, 6 out of 7. And he got third in the one that he didn't win. He
Oh
lost to
my!
Dennis O'Colo.
That's
On the hill.
that's a great person to lose to, though. I mean, you know, you're losing to a world champion,
Yeah.
so I say you're doing something right.
Yeah, he's playing very consistently. I mean, I haven't seen somebody win that many tournaments with so many pros in the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, really, only Shane had done that for that 1 year, where it was Shane's year.
Yeah.
You think, what's going on here? I think maybe 4 passes. I think
Hmm.
he might be trying the
It looks like he's going
combination
for the
though.
9.
And he
Yeah.
did,
Oh
and
my
he did it.
God.
He
That was a
almost
great
did it.
shot.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good execution, good offensive shot. But just
Combinations are not easy, especially with that kind of distance.
yeah, and then it's not like the 9 was hanging. I mean, that was a good half diamond off the rail. So
Right.
he still had to shoot that 4 ball very accurately.
In combination, it's so tricky because you focus on the opposite ball and then you take your mind off the cue ball. That's what happens sometimes.
Yeah. So this Dakota kid plays pretty good too.
Yeah.
Mark did say this is going to be
Mm.
a stellar matchup between these two young players.
They're both confident. I mean, you can tell.
Yeah.
Very good speed.
Yeah,
he
he needed
went-
he needed to miss that 9, but
Right.
being stretched out as he was, he still put a good stroke on the ball.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think these tables are easy for them to play on because, they're not fully grown yet and you gotta stretch almost every third or fourth shot. But they're doing good for how young they are.
Unless you
Nice
just
shot.
always play to be on the rail.
Yeah.
So Dakota gets on the board. It's tied up. We've played 2 matches, and the time it's taken some of these other matches to get to the 5 ball. But
Yeah.
it just depends on how things lay out.
Yeah. Well, this is an exciting match. I mean,
Yeah.
they're both confident. I like that. Good body language.
Yeah, I don't think I want to play either of these kids for money. I'll record it, though. I'll record it all day long. I just don't want to have to play it.
Yeah. It's gonna be tough in the next 2 years when they get even better.
Oh, I know. That was one thing. Unfortunately, only one kid this year from the boys in 18 and under was here the year before.
Mm.
So I only got to see like 1 year's worth of improvement. But just seeing that 1 year's time
Substantial.
it
Mhm.
was really noticeable.
Right.
I think, wow, I'm not going to really remember this kid. But I'm like, no,
Mhm.
I remember.
Yeah.
where that kid hits him good.
Yes, he does.
I know 30-year-olds that don't hit him that good. I mean,
Yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
his timing's right though, and that's what I've always tell people. Like, you have to get your timing down,
Yeah.
and most people don't know what I mean when I say your timing. But like, if you're moving your body at all, like,
Yeah.
everything has to be in sync.
Yeah. Um, I mean, Shane Van Bonen, he said he practices break for at least I don't know what,
It's like
2 hours a
8 hours.
day,
Yeah,
8 hours a week or
8 hours
something.
a week, I think, or
Yeah.
like sometimes it's a whole day, or if it's 2 hours a day. You know,
Yeah.
a couple.
I mean, that's what you have to do if you wanna, be at the top,
Yeah,
because you're moving so many body parts. You gotta,
everything has to
synchronize it.
so perfectly. I
Oh,
know I
I really
spent
like it.
a couple of times I've spent just the whole night working on the brake, either with a brake rack or just racking them up, just trying to get that down. You know, I was really trying to model it after Shane's brake. I mean, this was a couple of years ago
Wow.
because it just made sense. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, his brake was working. Let's try that.
Yeah, and his
And
breaks effortless.
yeah,
Yeah.
uh, mine is not Shane's brake, but just doing that for that month worth of random practice, like, has
Right.
made my brake just
And-
tremendous compared to the other players that I play with.
Right.
You know, it's a respectable break. I'm quite happy with it.
That's good.
But
That's
you know,
good.
people are like, "God, you have such a great break." And I'm like, "It's just timing." You
Mm-hmm.
know, but
Yeah.
I had to fight through it to get there.
Yeah.
But
It's a
it's
lot of
great to
effort.
see. Yeah, it
Mm-hmm.
really is. It's boring, but it's when stuff works and you start seeing results, you're like, "That's awesome. I need to
Yeah.
go back to that practice routine and
Right.
do it some more."
And as we were talking, he's already ran 7 balls, and he's made some good shots.
Yeah, he's
Just got
made
a
some
little
really
out
good
of
shots.
line there, but
Yeah, he
wow.
fires it up. But he, I mean, you know, it's kind of like, well, he didn't lose his head. Well, I mean, he didn't have much of a shot on the 9 ball from here anyway, but I expect 100% he'd fire that ball in the side pocket bank.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep.
and now he gets a banked shot to a three-railer.
Ooh,
Yep.
look at that.
Oh, and he's going to get better shape than what Austin had.
Got rewarded.
Yeah.
Whenever you're not sure about a shot, Mark always says, just attack, because you have a chance to win the game from there. If you play it safe, you might lose the game from there.
Yeah.
So whenever you're on the line, go for the attack.
Yeah.
Mm,
And it makes sense.
makes a lot of sense.
There's a lot of probability
Mm.
that people tend to forget about.
Tell me about it. I'm in a probability and statistics class right now,
Oh.
300 calculus based, and I'm just, it's
Oh.
tough.
Yeah. I did everything I could in college to avoid any stats class. My degree's in math, but I hate stats.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm doing
So,
actuarial science. It's a mathematics
Mhm.
based degree. So.
Mhm. Yeah, no, you need it there.
Mhm.
I didn't need it.
Yeah.
I did a lot of abstract algebra.
I see.
That's what I really enjoyed.
Nice.
That completely pointless, like, serves no purpose in reality kind of math.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. It was a
Mhm.
lot of fun.
Hopefully, I'd have to use. Hopefully, I'll get the opportunity to apply what I learned in school. Because the stuff that I'm learning, I think they apply it in insurance companies and stuff.
Mhm.
So.
Yeah, I thought
It'd be
about
good.
looking into that because I'm like, well, okay, I'm a junior or a senior, and I'm like, I should probably start thinking about what I'm going to do when I get out of college. But I became a programmer instead. So
Right, which is good. I mean, programmers have to be good at math in order to program, because
yeah.
it's a lot of, like, knowing the variables and stuff.
Hmm.
Whatever did the
It's the same. Just the ability to critical thinking, really.
Right.
Analytical processing,
Yes.
whatever. And lots of people do it a lot of different ways. It's actuarial science or programming or figuring out which shot to shoot on a pool table.
Yes.
I mean, you have to have an analytical mind.
Mhm.
Um,
Definitely.
People tend to not think that pool has that kind of
Oh, it definitely does.
complexity to it.
Yeah.
But
The
yeah,
more you play, the more you start to realize, oh,
yeah,
there's more to this game than I thought.
yeah. That's exciting.
Oh, see, you get rewarded for.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's
Lucky.
he's got to go at it again.
Mhm.
This time didn't work.
All right.
But he's young, right? So, but in 5 years, that same shot, he's going to shoot a much more controlled shot and have
Mhm.
real goals for both the one ball and the cue ball,
Right.
instead of just really hammering it and trying to make something happen.
Right.
Kind of rely on luck. But it's a stage we all go through.
Mhm.
Every pool
Yeah.
player's journey has that step in it.
Right. Yeah. In life, you can, if your mom tells you like, don't touch the stove, you do it once and you know not to do it. But in pool, you're gonna do it a million times before you realize, okay, now I gotta do something else.
Exactly
It's just
right.
that way.
That's a that's a great little analogy. I never really thought about
Yeah.
the parenting aspect, because
Mhm.
you get rewarded for touching the stove sometimes in pool.
Yep.
You're like, oh, hey, that's
Yep.
great. I mean,
Mhm.
who knows why?
And
But
after failing a lot of times, you realize, okay, that's a bad shot. I'm gonna do something else.
right. The problem is that one time you make that hero shot, you think, oh, I can do that.
Right.
So you keep trying it and you keep failing. And then the
Mhm.
one time you make it, you're like, I'm a hero.
Right. That was a really good shot on the 5 ball. Oh.
Oh, he really spun a lot of that 6 ball. I think
Right.
that's what
These
caused him.
yep. These tables are unforgiving. You have to hit them really clean. Diamond
Yeah.
tables. The shells are so deep on these tables.
And these are just standard pro cut tables, right? These tables in here.
Yep.
'Cause I feel like they play a little tighter than even standard diamonds.
Oh, they play, yeah, about the same.
But
Yep.
it could just be my stroke.
No. The one thing I like about diamond table is that it's consistent from table to table.
True. That is true. I mean,
It's very consistent.
as long as they're kept in any kind of decent shape,
Mhm.
they do all play pretty similarly, and
Right.
I do love that aspect of them.
Mhm.
Um, I've done a couple of the seminars and little training sessions with Mark up here on these tables. I mean,
Mhm.
they are humbling if you're not on it. Like, you're not going to get a lot of friendly rolls from the table inside the pocket. I mean,
Yep.
you got to hit them good.
Yeah. They want you to give 100% effort.
Yeah, every shot, and
Yep.
they force it because
Mhm.
they don't take any 90% shots. They really don't.
Yep. Well, this is getting to be an exciting match.
Yeah. So now it's tied up. He needs to mark his game.
Mhm.
Um, I don't think we're allowed to tell him to mark his game, but he needs to mark his game.
Yeah, he will. I'm sure he will.
Oh, where's the 9 going?
So nice watching young kids play.
Yeah.
There's so much energy in this room right now.
Oh,
So
it's
awesome.
crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, but these kids are intense. Like, you could tell. Like, I mean, the speed of play, and then the
Right.
quality of play.
Look at their
And
their expressions.
I forget. Were you able to come by last week for the boys 18 and under?
I did. I just came for like 20 minutes because I was actually at a tournament in Blue Springs,
Oh
and I just
wow.
got back. Yep.
There was a young kid. He tried to carry him there.
Yeah, I should have just rolled that ball in.
Yeah.
Just try to stun it.
There was a young man. I think his name was Russell, and it took me a while to figure out why he looked so familiar. And it's because he has the exact same eyebrows and like facial expression as Shannon Dalton.
Wow.
When Shannon Dalton gets in that like,
Ooh.
I'm really serious about making this ball or whatever it is,
Right.
I mean, it's dead ringer.
Nice. Yeah.
And I said, holy crap, this kid's going to be serious. And he played good too. I mean, so he was.
That's
I
awesome.
think he had a bad day, but you could tell that he played better than I think he showed that day.
Right.
But yeah, like he's just that goofy, like real stern, serious look. So, oh my goodness, this kid keeps playing in 10 years. Like nobody's gonna want to piss him off.
Yeah.
All right,
That's the way these two are looking at the moment.
all right, and see that. When's the last time you saw your opponent say, "You didn't mark your score last time. Go ahead and mark it up"?
How nice is that?
Right.
These are the people we need in a pool circuit.
Exactly right. Instead of
Uh,
people going, I don't remember you winning a game.
Yeah, I
You should
had
take that beat down.
right. I had an experience. I was gambling with someone a year or two ago in New York, and um, I won 2 games in a row, and I forgot to mark it up. And my friend told me, "Hey, you forgot to mark up your score. Do it." And while I was about to do it, my opponent goes, "Hey, what are you doing? You snooze, you lose."
Mhm.
And I was like, "What? I
Mhm.
mean, I'll just keep my cues right now because that's not fair." And he was arguing about it. And this is what brings the game, down. And we don't want people like that.
Right.
It's so nice to see that people are honest.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. And
It helps the image of the sport a
it
lot.
does, and it's the only way to get the image changed. I mean, it's been that way for a long, long time, and it's unfortunate that that's the de facto standard in America for
Mhm.
pool. But it's one of the things I really, really like about what Mark is trying to do. With the sport,
Yes.
with the kids. Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
Mackenzie she kind of
Made a
two-rail
super
kicked
kick
this
shot.
one ball
Yeah.
at 100 miles an hour and cuts the one ball all the way across the head rail, and makes it in and gets a couple of bunts. But yeah, but but yeah, no,
Yeah.
I love what Mark's trying to do. Bring this respectability back and this
Right.
make it a family approved kind of sport. The way some of the other sports are around that are out there. So it's important.
Right. It's good to have them start young because they can be groomed much more easily.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not going to learn as many bad habits for
Yep.
sure. So we got a bunch of new players, people in the chat. Welcome everybody. Saturday afternoon. We're at Lindenwood University. This is wow.
What a great shot. I mean,
Sorry, I totally interrupted. That was a great shot. I'm gonna have to turn on the instant replay if people keep shooting shots like that.
these kids are impressing me a lot.
Yeah. See, now you're really glad you're going to be out of college by the time they show up here.
Yeah. Look at that. Oh my God. He's making it look easy.
Yeah. Well, this kid is playing good. This is.
Wow.
Oh, we overjuiced it a little bit, but
That was three super tough shots.
yeah. I mean, he hit that ball with a little low end side there to come around and whatever. All right, let's see what we can pull off here. So he's going to play safe. We tried to split it, I think.
Mature at a young age.
Yeah, I feel like if he was going for the bank, he would have done something a little,
Oh, two
a little
rails.
different. Oh,
Off the
the
seven.
grays off the 7 brings it in. All right, so at the table right now, if anybody's just joining us, is Austin Summers. I need to find out for sure where he's from, but his opponent that we just saw make a series of great shots is Dakota Lovell.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
so this kid's playing.
They're both making some crazy shots.
They're making great shots. Look at you can. I need to get my other camera working so we can see some of this determination
Wow,
look on their
that's
face. He just fired that spot shot in like it was nothing at all.
I haven't seen one easy shot this wreck, and they've made every ball.
Yeah. All right. So looks like the boys division they're going races to 5, which is different. The girls division are going races to 4. It is still going to be a round robin. I think everybody's going to play 4 matches, which I guess that means there's 8 players about for the young players. So I see one. Where's his opponent? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But so now we have basically 2 events kind of overlapping on each other right now. The girls are about to finish up.
Mhm.
I think they're in their last round.
Oh, yeah.
The boys have just started. They played a couple.
Serena's ahead 3-1 on the other table.
Yeah. So Serena, she's a strong player. I've heard her name a few times in the on some of the junior pool pages, players pages, and whatnot. And so this is interesting to actually get to watch her play. And she has that WPBA look down, the solid black with the black shirt and the patches. And
Right.
I mean, she's ready to go, and she plays good. She plays real smart. Has been all day. She's
Yeah.
managing her food. I mentioned that earlier. She's eating bananas and keeping her energy up.
Yeah.
Drinking
She's
water.
prepared.
She's a competitor.
Yeah.
But and always congratulates her opponent on a bad shot, but never shares in their misery on a missed shot. You know,
Yep.
a lot of times you're playing a person, even if it's serious, they try a tough shot and miss, and you're like, oh god, that was a good shot.
Right.
You know, great try or whatever. But
Oh, he was.
you don't see her saying anything other than that's a good shot when it was
Yeah.
well executed and it
She's
worked.
a great sportsperson.
And yeah, when she misses
Totally.
though, like it's brutal. I mean, it's like she just lost the whole match.
Right.
So it's definitely somebody to look out for
Mm.
next couple of years.
Yep. Now these kids are going at it.
Yeah. I don't know that Serena can hang with some of these kids, but at least not yet, which is a little scary because I think she's at least 3 years older than most of them.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh, he just
Oh
got a little
no!
quick
No!
on that shot.
Yeah, he
got
just
a
kind
little
of
quick.
just kind of got down and shot it. That would have kept him alive. That would have
Yeah.
got him the 3, but as it is, we
Yeah.
got
He probably didn't want to be on the rail on that 9,
no. Yeah.
but stay still on this shot. Great shot.